This is London. This is the BBC World Service from Broadcasting House in London. The world news at 0800 hours. A Norwegian cruiser has been seized off the coast of former Estonia earlier this morning by warships belonging to the Warsaw Pact. According to Norwegian military attaches, at least 37 crew are believed dead, and the remainder are being held captive by Pact security personnel. TASS, the Soviet Union's official state information service, claims that the cruiser strayed into Pact sovereign waters, while Commonwealth Prime Minister Harold Wilson has described the act at the UN World Parliament as a blatant act of piracy. France and the United States have also condemned the incident, while the Norwegian Prime Minister today called for an international blockade of Leningrad and the Pact's other Baltic Sea ports. In India, fights have broken out between pro-British unification supporters and Indian separatists during a pro-unification rally being held in Bombay. Colonial police reckon that as many as 53 protesters have been killed, along with at least 3 policemen. Scores have been wounded, and Victoria Terminus train station has been converted into a makeshift shelter for those injured during the violence. According to the UN space watchdog NASA, there may be as many as 400 Pact orbital installations around the planet. According to NASA's annual orbital report, many of these are reconnaissance facilities, though some do appear to be highly weaponized. US Air Force spokesman Colonel Harvey claims that the report is simply an attempt at fear-mongering and that the UN can handle any threat from Pact forces, whether from the ground, sea, or skies. US oil giant Petroco has been cleared of wrongdoing by the UN Supreme Court during last month's Gulf of Mexico oil spill that killed 5 people. According to correspondents, the cleanup operation now underway may add up to some $50 million, not including compensation, and with this latest verdict, Mexico is forced to pay the entirety of this sum. Separatists have been protesting since the accident that Mexico has become a virtual client state to Petroco, while Petroco's spokesman vehemently deny this claim. And finally, in a surprise result, the Mesopotamian Mandate football team has beaten the Pakistani team by a score of 3-2 in this morning's qualifying match for the Commonwealth Cup. That means that the Mesopotamian team, known as the Baghdad Lions, go on to face Egypt in the quarterfinals after Egypt beat the Palestinian Mandate 2-0 yesterday. Egypt's team, the Nile Crocodiles, remain unbeaten this season, with coach Denton claiming that the Baghdad Lions pose no challenge, something heartily refuted by the Lions. That was the news roundup at 0800 hours. The next news bulletin will follow in 1 hour. In the meantime, there follows the local weather forecast for your region. Good morning.